right from the get-go, this new Renault 5 is a real joy to drive. The engineers have got this perfect balance between comfort and cornering ability. You know, you drive down the road, it deals with bumps so well, it makes it a real pleasure to just cruise about. And then when you get to some corners, want to have some fun, it feels sharp and responsive. Win-win. Also, the throttle pedal, it gives you just the right amount of power that you're expecting. There's no slop in it. Now, this is one thing that you find with some Chinese cars. They can't quite get the steering and the throttle pedal quite right. Now, it's a little bit like when you're cooking a meal. You can have the best ingredients in the world, but unless you've got a good chef that knows how to mix them together, you can end up with something not that tasty. But I'll tell you what, Renault's engineers are Michelin-starred when it comes to cooking up a car that's tasty to drive. Yum, yum, yum. I really like it. Now, full disclosure, I've always been a bit of a fanboy for Renault sporty models, so I always preferred the Renault 5 GT Turbo over the 205 GTI. Now, most motoring journalists won't agree with me, but that's how I feel. Also, the Renault Megane R26R is one of my favourite hot hatches ever. I remember going on the launch of the Ford Focus Mark II RS, thinking that was brilliant, and then I brought it back to the UK, and I put it head-to-head against the R26R, and then actually felt, oh my God, this Ford is nowhere near as good as the Renault. The Renault felt like a racing car, and you can just tell that Renault's put all that expertise that it's built up over the years into making this car good to drive. Now, there is one slight problem, and it's the brakes. So with electric cars, you often have this problem where they can feel grabby, and the reason for that is that the first part of your braking is regen effect. So it's actually the motor slowing down and putting energy back into the battery, and then you press the pedal a bit more, and then you get the actual friction brakes grabbing at the discs, and that bit can that transition can make the car feel jerky.